about hacking human potential has a lot to do with the future of work. This is Felix Baumgartner. Who watched him jump out of the airplane or the satellite, out of space? All right, great. I saw this picture, and in my mind, I was thinking, I wonder what kind of HR system this guy's using to be so awesome. Right? Yeah, yes, you know, that is really quite amusing. Look, work really doesn't work today. We're all just a little bit grumpy about how work works. And I'm going to pick on HR a little bit and talk about where we're going to go from here. But even those of us who are lucky and love our work still have those moments where we scratch our head and say, like, God, does it have to work this way? This is ridiculous. And really, I think what's going on here is our expectations have been completely re-informed by our lives as consumers. So think about some of the best customer experiences that you've had. When you're flying on an airplane and the airline already rebooks you because they know that you're going to miss your connection. Or your shopper bot delivers you a fabulous dress and you didn't even ask for it. Or your car tells you, don't take this route, take that one, because it knows that there's traffic ahead. All of these things are making us superpowered in our lives. But it's not exactly like that at work. At home, we are treated like royalty, surprised, delighted, everything's fabulous. At work, as candidates, as employees, it doesn't exactly feel the same way. How bad is it? It's really, really bad. It's Rubik's Cubes in your corporate colors. It is glass monuments celebrating your excellence. And there are a lot of other things that you'll recognize. Annual reviews, right? So it's too little information too late. And what do people expect today? They expect immediate direct feedback. Tell me right now if I'm doing a bad job so that I can get better, learn from it, grow, advance. What about the bell curve? Anyone manage a team? When HR comes to you and says, plot your team on a bell curve. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I don't want anyone on my team in the middle or on the end, or on the low end, put it that way. It should be a hockey stick, right? Everyone should be striving to do their best. And I want HR to think of everyone on my team as a high performer doing their best. Standardized tests for compliance or for learning at work. As if success can be standardized. And my favorite, retention. All the tactics, yoga at lunch, foosball tables, free food, free beer. Retention is just a fancy way of creating a mousetrap that holds you in the job that you've already outgrown for just a little bit longer to keep things efficient for the organization. So all of these tactics are about really squandering human potential. Every minute that I'm not doing my best, that people expect me to just do the minimum or do what's expected, be efficient, means that I'm not actually lifting up my potential and doing great work. I'm wasting my time. And people today are aware of that, and they don't want to waste their time anymore. Right? No tchotchkes, they want challenges. And the worst thing is, people know that if they're not learning, they're not growing, they're not challenged, they're not innovating, they're going to get left behind because the world is moving so fast that if they're not growing at that pace, they're going to not have an opportunity in the future. Yay, HR! You know what? People who work in HR, and I don't know, is anyone in HR in this room? Oh my God. Oh. I'm sorry. Okay. So, can we get a big high five? So listen, and I will speak on your behalf. People who work in HR are trying. People are doing a really good, really trying to do the right things, right? It's an admirable profession. Here's the thing. It's not your fault. It's that HR, the function, has been designed for legal policies and procedures and financially sound policies and procedures and making sure that work is efficient and more than efficient, that things stay the same. Things are predictable. The world of work doesn't get disrupted. They're just kind of, unfortunately, the last to know in the organization that the world is getting disrupted. And so often it's a bit of a reaction that we create programs and things because things are changing and it's not working and we need to make it more efficient. So HR efficiency is not efficient. The world is changing. Hello. Every industry is being transformed right now with technology. And I love the Uber example because it's very similar to HR in that providing a great experience to riders actually meant taking the dispatcher out of the equation and giving masses of drivers the opportunity to become entrepreneurs, to have the technological tools to manifest their own destiny. So I think there's something to learn there about how to use technology to help individuals manifest their own destiny at work. We can't control the transformation that's happening, and I think there's two different ways to look at this. One is we need technology to help us do our best work, enable us to learn, lead, do, collaborate, all of those things. Everything we need at work, technology helps. The other thing that's happening, though, is a restructuring of work itself. So moving from silos and roles and responsibilities being very defined and walls between them to a world where we can swarm quickly around opportunities. So we're really seeing in organizations tearing down those silos and departments and moving towards understanding the talent within your organization. So, Cirque du Soleil, like Cirque du Soleil, we have to master our talent. By the way, I'm pretty sure there's no bell curve for Cirque du Soleil talent. It takes a village, and I think this is what organizations are starting to learn. They need to know, understand, love their villagers. And in the future, we'll know them so well. We'll know their strengths and weaknesses, their aspirations, their dreams, their hopes, what they're striving to become as opposed to what they are, how they collaborate and communicate, how they can ask, coach, trust each other. That's what a real team is. And to do the amazing work that our organizations need to do together, we need people to come together and perform. I think with emerging technology, apps, and AI, and the fact that we're using technology at work all the time, that technology begets data. That data begets intelligence. And that intelligence becomes actionable when we use that intelligence to make recommendations. Our technology should know it's time for you to take a new course, or try a new skill, or a new project. So, why can't we Google map our career path, understand the options, and pick the best route? Netflix for opportunities. What are the coolest projects recommended for me? Uber for collaborators. When I need them, at the time I need them, the right people. Domino's Pizza Tracker for my progress against my goals. The more we know through technology, the better and better these experiences get. So imagine if we had these superpowers at work that we have in our personal lives. Imagine if we actually fostered talent and stretched ourselves to see what we're capable of. At the end, what if we would just trust each other to act and do? We could solve the greatest challenges on the planet. So this is not an HR issue. The future of work is not an HR issue. It's a CEO issue. It's a board issue. And that's why it's time to hack human potential. Thank you.
Want to be in the audience next time? Click here for tickets to Inspirefest 2017.